over now to Terry, who's going to call out for the green belt. Thank you very much.
So Mike talks about the idea, right, why we should have the green belt and not give her up, and give a little bit of short history into where we're going to be going with this and where we are right now. So the idea is we started the green belt, times that's as perfect as this. We started the green belt in the 1930s when we had the idea that we were going to look after our green country because we had our towns and cities and we wanted to make sure that they were separate, and then that separate area was kept for many years. And in about 1947, it set up saying about the country planning, formalising this and making sure the idea of sprawling, which is not like the fall on the floor, it's more about the idea of saying that they don't encompass another town, and we kept this separate. So we set up and we had 16 major urban core protected areas of the UK, and this made sure that we had this sort of designated land that we looked after. For example, London, surprising fact we're going to jump off there, has 3 times its size in protected green belts. This gives the public access to the countryside, walking pathways and clean air spaces, and you'd be surprised as we go on later on how this green belt is many millions of hectares and is reducing all the time. So as you can see here, we've got 10,000 hectares lost each, almost over that 2-year period. And it's saying now the government is trying to incentivise, saying that we need to be having more houses. So the big issue of this, the reason for this talk is they're saying use the green belt when we've got many other areas that can be designated for this. One of the reasons the corporations are saying it because they want the green belt because it's right next to where people live. So it creates a commute, it's shorter commute. So forget the environment, let's just have a nice easy commute. And one of my favourite saying, no one wants Birmingham on the sea. The idea of taking over this green land and having nothing but built up green concrete cities. The idea is nothing grows out of a concrete city. The big great debate is talking about is using this industrial land and saying to yourselves, well, it's disused, so let's use that land. But this grey land is being used it's been taken over by vegetation, and plants and animals use this space. Public opinion is we've got 2/3 of the UK who says, it's green. We want this green belt protected, but it seems to be there's a big issue at the moment because that's what the public wants. Hence the debate now, we have the politicians with the housing and the green debate and they're juggling up and trying to say it's stuck in the middle. But we know which way they're going towards as times are changing. David Cameron said, it was, the idea of it being a protected boundary, keep your hands off. The reason is at the moment, who pays the price for the green belt? And if you start cutting into this green belt, the shame is we won't get this back once we encroach into that space. And everyone thinks, oh, the green belt, it's huge. It's not. They call the green belt, they class golf courses as part of the green belt, and in farmland, industrial farmland is classed as part of the green belt, so it's not as vast as we think it really is. What we should be using is the brownfield sites. Disused towns have lots of space that could be recouped, broken and knocked down, rebuilt, and that would get us somewhere in these slides. I'm not following these, as you can see. 1.2 million houses could be recouped within space that's been already designated as disused, land. We need to get back to nature. We need to be able to reclaim this and protect what we've got, because once we've gone, it's gone. The protection we've got is as you can see the little picture there, we've got protection from floods with nature. We've got the safety net of droughts because of the the trees and how that protects us. Once that safety net's gone, there's no bringing that back. We look at it and we say, well, who's protecting nature? Who's protecting our mental health, or getting out there, our clean energy, our clean air? Once this becomes a big issue, there's nothing happening. We are the only ones who can fight for this change. both sides has a point. We need to, you know, we've got a growing population. We need to look after that, and the other side said we need to look after the environment and the green air spaces, and that's great. But we can do this if we do the brownfield areas, if we work on the places that derelict that need changing. Keep your trousers up. Keep the green belt. Keep it on. Don't let it loose. Don't listen to what they say. Temptation as it is to take it off or reduce. Thank you.
Doesn't feel long, does it? 5 minutes. Right.